Welcome to Tilted Talks, where we talk raw, unfiltered, and crude opinions about your favorite teams and most hated ones. Today's hot takes we have two. Is Falcon killing the Counter-Strike scene? Big names, big money, and even bigger controversy. And the second topic is Larssen, the LEC pro player. Is he a fraud or a genius? We will talk about the guy who bagged millions by playing poorly.
Okay, so let's start with the CSGO topic. So, as you know, Falcons have dropped the equivalent of like a tactical nuke in CS in the CS2 competitive landscape. So, in the past months, they have picked players like Simple, Magisk, Nico, Monesi. Like honestly, they're considered as like the most talented players in the league, and they also brought in the top tier coaching staff. There are also rumors they are bringing the young prodigy like Yosuke. I don't know if you heard about him. But like this isn't like just a team upgrade. This is honestly like financial flex. They show the money, all the money they have, and how they will flex on the league. So on paper, do you think this should elevate the competition or it will not?
No, this is truly killing the competition. There's no any suspense. There is no drama anymore. You don't even consider, oh, who's gonna win this tournament? They will. They acquired the top two players last year. They acquired the top four player of all time. They are acquiring with just money, like the next big thing in
Mm-mm.
the game. They just be like, hey, we couldn't win with our own project, so let's buy everyone who destroyed us. Because we got our ass kicked by these players, so let's buy them so that they cannot win against us anymore. This does not elevate competition. They're just trying to ruin it. They're just trying to win everything by any means necessary. This is not elevating the competition. This is destroying. This is blatantly telling the world we couldn't win on our own. So hey, let's use the Saudi money to buy everything that stands in our way.
But like, don't you think the scene needs that, like investment, structure, and even like professionalism?
It has all that. Like you have to consider that Counter Strike has been played professionally for more than 20 years. It has structure. There are tournaments. There are teams that have been there for like 20 years. It doesn't need more of that. Investment, there's like tons of sponsors that brings in millions. Each tournament, each big tournament that goes like 4 times or 5 times a year, they have millions in cash prize. They don't need more money. Professionalism, okay. Some players are acting like babies. Some players are cheating. Some players have gambling addiction. Sure.
Classic.
But this is not professionalism. This is literally being like, we have unlimited amounts of money because we are backed by the Saudi government. And the Saudi government wants more soft power, so they are trying to pick up games where everyone likes and be like, hey, we're the best at this game. Like, they are not even trying to hide it. They're just buying everything in their way, being like, hey, we made it, we made it, we won every tournament. But that's because you buy everything. Literally.
Well, by buying all this, I think like they might be building a super team, and honestly, if the roster works well, uh, do you think we look at this like the start of a CS2 like super era, like with a super team and all that?
Why did you say might be building a super team? This is bullshit. They have a super team.
Mm.
They have out of their 5 players, 3 of them were considered as one of the top 5 players in a year. Like, they're pretty much every star player, and they're buying another one. This is a super team. They will be a super team. And if they click well, if everything goes smoothly between them, yes, there will be a super team that destroyed the Counter Strike landscape for years to come.
Well, maybe this is dominance or maybe desperation. What do you think?
They are desperate because they have been trying for 4 years to actually win games. They were being shamed by every team possible, even teams that were not paying their players because they have no money for it. They were winning against them. And so At some point, they pushed the fuck it button and tried to buy everything in their way. They even like you don't get it.
Mm,
They even created a tournament called the Counter Strike World Cup. They
yeah.
were the one organizing the tournament. They invited and picked the teams they wanted to go in the tournament, and obviously they did not pick the teams in the world. Like they did not pick them. The top one, top two, top three, and top four players were not in the tournament. The top teams were not in the tournament. So obviously they won it, and they'd be like, "Hey, we're kind of the best in the world, you know. We won the World Cup." But they organized the tournament. So what's the point? What's the freaking point?
Mm. So, in a certain way, we can say like Falcons is killing the scene, or maybe they're forcing it to like grow up in a certain way. Maybe it's a new era of the competition in this game. Maybe we will
Sure, I
like
mean,
it. Maybe we will not.
sure, but I'm not sure it would go in a positive way because at some point it will just become a competition of who can throw the most money in the competition, like literally.
Mm.
But enough of that because I might get really angry about it. But now let's talk about another money topic. We will talk about Larssen,
It's
a
all about
player.
money.
Yep, it will be about money. We will talk about Larssen, the highest paid player in the LEC, which
Mm.
is the European competition for League of Legends. And he is the best player, but has been playing really poorly for years now. So, what do you think about it?
Well, in the first point, uh, we can't say it's the best player. Uh, Only think he did good like in the last years in is like one LEC title and that's all. Like compared to like players like Caps in mid lane, he's nothing. Like he's not at this level. But like at this point, I think he's being paid like millions to watch the game happen around him. He doesn't play. He doesn't participate to fights. He does nothing. Like he's just here to spectate. You see, he's like yeah, it's a VIP ticket, but like on stage, like playing with the players, but like not playing at the same time. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, sure. Just to remind you, Lawson's contract is actually going up to 2028.
Mm.
He's being paid millions per year. He has the highest salary of all the players, and he cannot be fired, he cannot be benched, he cannot be traded. So the team is pretty much forced to play with him, and they are forced to pay him millions. But I mean, who can you be getting like footballer money because this is one of the highest salary in all esports included? And he plays like he is on minimum wage mode, like he's some kind of Amazon worker being underpaid in trying to deliver packages.
Well, to begin with what you said, yeah, honestly, you really don't want to play with this player. Like, bro, really, like, doesn't give a shit about what happened in game, and like you can see it in the playstyle. He's out there moving like it's like a part-time job. Uh, Honestly, when you see the games, like there is no urgency, there is no ambitions. Yeah, in a certain way, like he's just clocking in, farming a few waves like to 300 CS, clocking out by losing the game, and yeah, it's that like every week, like
Do
for like
you think
almost two splits, you know.
Yeah, but do you think he just like stopped trying? I mean, he had one title. He's set for life with all his millions, and he's like, no point in even trying. I'm set for life. I
Mm.
don't need a new contract when I'm done in 2028. I don't need more money because I have millions, and I probably won't have to work for the rest of my life. So is he like just? Do you think he just gave up? Literally.
Well, honestly, I think like players like have to play like for 10 years in their life, you know. So I understand like the salary and everything, but it's not a reason like to just give up like that and make like an inner peace retreat, you know. It's like just wrong for the fans, you know, for the fan base because they have one. um So when you don't risk anything and you don't play, like nothing will happen. Like you're just being crushed, like slowly but surely, and that's what is happening. Like for the past two splits, like Rogue is only like doing top 8 or top 9 or top 10 in the LEC. Like the team is in a really bad state, and yeah, every game is just worse than the one following. So yeah,
Do
there's
you
nothing to
talked
do with
about
Larsen.
Rogue, and we've received reports over the last year that Rogue is actually considering selling his spot in
Mm,
the LAC for millions, meaning that another team will have their spot in the league. And if they sell their spot, it means that they're selling their team too.
mm.
But how how can a team actually try to consider paying millions to enter a league and having to pay a player millions for like 3 to 4 years while knowing that he won't do nothing? It's like a loss of money to the highest degree. How can a team be actually interested in just buying Rogue spot just because of Larsen?
Well, if you buy this spot, I think like or there no like there is two possibilities, maybe like first one you accept the loss like for 2 years and yeah, you're just desperate for your spot in the LEC, or like you just wait to like don't have Larsen anymore in Rogue, so you can buy a slot in LEC and try to win games, so it's more interesting that way because like nobody wants that player, he's so bad, and honestly let's say it, like he's just washed up. uh he's just like living in the past glory he had, and right now the doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it is actually the case. So, at
Hmm.
what point do we admit it? At what point can we consider and can we say that Larsen has been probably the biggest fraud, all esports game included?
Well, we can say this at the point like, see your younger brother that begins league in mid lane. Yeah, he will probably make more plays than Larsen right now. So yeah, he's a fraud to that point. If you see what I mean.
I do. All right, folks. So that was the two topics for this week. Remember that this is just the beginning for us. We will come back in 2 weeks with more topics. Please let us know in the comments or to our socials if you have any particular topics that we want to tackle about or that we want to speak about. Remember that our opinions will be our own and they will probably not align with yours. We will talk raw, we will talk unfiltered, and we'll talk true opinions about your team. That was Tilted Talks. See you next time.
See you guys.